This is the instruction parts video. I'm going to click up here to get a new instruction line. When you ask for a new line, it starts it out with the action NOP, which means no operation, or it's an action that doesn't do anything. Well, that's highlighted, so that's what it's asking for. So over here are all the possible actions. The ones highlighted in red are actions that are already used in this subprogram. And you notice down here, there's one in blue, the no operation, because that's the one that's listed now. But I'm going to go here and use branch if text equal. I click on that. As soon as I click on it, it tells me it's branch text equal. It needs to know the text length, the text data, compared to text, and a to label. Well, since I selected it, it moved over the highlighted line to text length. And I get to put a number in there. I'm going to say the length of the text is 10. It puts it in there. I can also have a plus register. So it's showing me all of the registers. Well, the ones highlighted in red are registers already used. Well, I could select one. Let's say I'll just go down here and select register A. That's a local register. It puts it in there, and now it will be a length of 10 plus whatever's in register A. But let's say I don't want to do that, so I'll click on the A and click on white box to white it out. Well, then it moves over. It wants to know the text data. Well, I'm going to go down here where it lists all of the text pages, and I'm going to pick page F. Here's all the text data on page F. Now it wants to know at what offset is the data I want, and I'm going to say it's this word straight here. So I click there. It says that's at offset 952. Well, that's what I want, so I'm going to click to leave here on the X in the upper right hand corner, and it puts that offset in there. Then it says you can also have a plus register offset. That'll be not only 952, but 952 plus that register. Well, again, I really don't want a plus register, and here they're listed, so I'm just going to go to the next field and click on it to highlight it. Then it says compared to what? Well, I say I want to compare it to something in the page name hold. So I put that up there. It automatically goes to offset 0, and I'm going to say, yep, that's what I want to compare it to. So I go over here, click the X. It says offset 0. Again, I don't really want to give it a plus register. I'm going to go on and click on the to label, because I have to give it a label. And I'm going to say the label is BA. Now it shows all of the labels that are used in this subprogram are highlighted in red. I checked BA. It wasn't highlighted in red. And now, after this, it went back and says, do you want a label for this line? Well, I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, I'm going to put the label AA on this line. Well, now everything's okay as far as this logic of this line is concerned. So now I get to put it to replace the yellow line here, to put it below that yellow line, or put it above that yellow line. I'm going to put it below the yellow line. Now, up here at the top, it says there are two errors. First of all, it says there's a duplicate label AA. Oh, well, I labeled mine line, AA. Oh, and down here's another one, AA. Well, if you remember, AA had been in red, indicating that it had been used already. So that's not right. And we said to go to label BA, and it says, well, there is no BA. It's missing. Also, notice we can no longer execute the application because it's not correct. And we can no longer save it because it isn't correct. Well, we're going to correct it simply by taking away this line that made the problem. Delete the green line. Away went the line we made, and away went the errors. Well, now let's try another line, this time with numbers. So we'll go to a line down here. It says branch of equal, and this is a numeric test. So I'm going to click on that line to update it. Under update, I'm going to click on that line. That line then comes up here. And here it is ready to be updated. We see up at the top here it says it's branch of equal, a given value, compared to value, and over here a to label. We also know that when you go and you put the action in the box, down here it will show more information about that action. And also have a relevant video for that action. As soon as you tell it which action you're going to use. Well, then the next thing it says is note sequences is the given value. Well, I'll click on there. Then it shows you all the possible values that can be put in there. The names of all the values. It could be a register. It could be a variable name. It could be a work list. It could be an app list. Or it could be a given list. Well, we're going to say it's a work list called frequency. We clicked on frequency. Oh, well, because it's a list of numbers, it needs to have an offset. Well, it shows the first 175 plus offsets and their values. And what we could do is we could pick any one of them. And we could go down and go to number 9,999 offset. But what we'll do is we'll pick one of these that's already highlighted in red, which simply means that that particular offset is used somewhere in this program. We'll click it also. Now we see that's at offset 11. It says 11 of the 10,000 possible offsets. And we'll go up here now and we'll say, yes, that's what we want. We'll click on E. Well, there it put the 11. Now it says branch of equal frequency at offset 11 is equal to 1. We should go to label AA. Well, we could have said that it was equal to some other value. As you know, it could be in a register again. It could be in a variable. It could be in a work list, an app list, or a given list. Or, as it is here, we could put a value in there. We could make that 100. We put value of 100 in there. Then over here on the to label, we could pass and go to the to label, or could we just click on it? I'm just going to click on it. It's to go to AA. Alright, so now it says align with AG on it, branch of equal, frequency, value offset 11 is equal to 100, go to AA. Alright, I'm not going to enter it at all. I'm going to click here on quit. Alright, this is the end of the video on instruction parts.